There are a few things as exciting in sport as new talent that is clearly brilliant. These days, the man whose brilliance is clear to anyone who's seen him is named Michael Tyson. He's a 19-year-old heavyweight who's had 14 fights, won all 14 of them by knockout, 10 of those scored in the first round. In a world of hard punchers, Tyson's punch is devastating. It's been likened to a blackjack and a sledgehammer by foes who have found it impossible to either avoid or withstand. Though he's been a pro fighter less than a year, he has the experts raving, comparing his power to the all-time greats and saying he'd knock out men with bigger reputations but smaller hearts like Jerry Cooney in just one round. Once a thief, and a thief headed for a life in prison, mind you, Mike Tyson joins us this morning as a young man headed for a heavyweight crown. And are you going to be heavyweight champion one day?
Excuse me, say that with one?
Are you going to be a heavyweight champion one day?
Most definitely. As good as I know, Tuesday follow Monday.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you think you're unbeatable?
No one's unbeatable.
What's it going to take to beat you?
It's going to take what's not around today. And it's going to be a long time, I believe, for anyone that has to come up and beat Mike Tyson.
Potentially, just how good can you be, Mike? Have you thought much about it?
Well, you're always learning. I don't think anyone is invincible. Joe Louis, perhaps the closest thing to invincible. But myself, I put in a lot of hours training, and I give it all I have. And if there's a better man out there, which I believe there isn't at the moment, I'd be glad to just say you're the better man.
Yeah. Is Joe Louis the fighter you most identify with?
Well, no, I don't idolize him, emulate him for any reason. I just admire him for his longevity. It speaks for itself.
Yeah. You are coming off of your latest victory, scored at Madison Square Garden. This one, the gentleman lasted into the second round. How important was it to you that that fight was at the Garden?
It had no significance at all, Brian.
Didn't matter?
None at all. I'm a professional, and I take everything as a professional takes it. If it was held in some little swamp lake city in Utah, it would mean the same thing. It's a business.
As we roll the final seconds of that fight, talk to me about what was going through your mind.
Okay, let's look at it. I was trying to connect with a good shot to the body. He was a bit awkward because after he got hit with a shot to the nose, he was leery about the punching power, and it was difficult to get to him because of his height, if it weren't true.
Your height, for the record, is, what, 5'11"?
Yeah, 5'11".
And you weigh what?
215 for this fight.
Do you think 5'11" is going to be an obstacle to your success?
Not at all. Not at all. I think you're a fighter, and I don't think anything's a disadvantage if you have the heart, the determination, and the will to win. You could be 6'6", 10 foot. If you got the ability, I don't think it's a disadvantage.
We've put together a montage of some of your knockouts, and they are brief because your fights are brief. Why have you been staying so active as we take a look at this? I mean, you have been fighting almost every 10 days, every 2 weeks.
Well, I feel to be the best in your sport, you must do it often. You can't box once a month, 2 times a month, or once every 3 months, and stay sharp. The gym is good. It's good to work in the gym. It's good to get boxing, and it's good for training and endurance. But nothing's like being in the ring and fighting.
Are you prepared for the probability that the big-name fighters, the guys who are your ticket to the big money and a title shot, are probably going to avoid you?
I feel that we're all men. Even though they're champions, we all want to make money just like you. Everyone wants to make $1 too. And when the time's right, I'm sure they're going to come out of hiding, if that's what everybody calls it, and they want to fight, because I believe and I have respect for all the champions and the big-name fighters out there.
You were the pet project of one of the all-time great trainers, Customato, who passed away just last month. How are you dealing without him?
Let's see. Business-wise, I have no problem coping without him. Emotionally, it's difficult, because he was like a stern backbone. He had a lot of belief in me. He gave me the confidence and the belief that I have now, and that's a big asset to my success.
Would it be overstating the case if I said he basically saved your life?
No, not overstating at all. Not at all, Brian.
If he hadn't gotten a hold of you and guided you into the ring and molded your success there. Do you have any idea where Mike Tyson would be today?
Mike Tyson would always be successful because I always had that belief in myself I was going to be successful. I wasn't going to continue going to bad boys' homes or something, negative like that. But I just wouldn't have been as sharp and intelligent as I am now if it wasn't for Cuss.
You going to be heavyweight champion within a year?
Well, to predict that is foolish. I have managers, and perhaps after we finish with the show, you can speak to them about it.
That's all right. All I can recall is as we were coming back, I turned to the producer I was flying with, and I said, we got to get on a young guy named Mike Tyson who I've seen fight 4 times, and I promise you, he's going to be heavyweight champion one day. I don't know when, but I still think it's true.
Thank you very much. All right.
Michael, continued success. Good seeing you.
Thank you very much.
We'll
Good
come
luck
back
to you also.
Thank you, buddy. Merry Christmas. We'll come back in just a moment. More after this.